Well, it's official. Bobby Portis is my new favorite player. The Bucks just beat the Hawks 123 to 112 in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And coming into this game, we knew that there was going to be no Trae Young for the Hawks and no Giannis Antetokounmpo for the Bucks. So this was going to be a very interesting game. But again, the Hawks did end up getting blown out. But before we get into the recap, please make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on the bell. And with all that being said, let's get right into the recap. So, to start the game off, the Bucks came out hot, and they came out like they wanted to win and go to the NBA Finals. In the first quarter, the score was like 22-7, and it was just bad rebounding by the Hawks. Let's talk about Brook Lopez's amazing game before we talk about Bobby the GOAT Portis. In this game, Brook Lopez was the leading scorer with 33 points, 7 rebounds, going 14 for 18 from the field in 38 minutes. Man, Brook Lopez was everywhere tonight on the offensive glass, defensive glass, and, he was doing everything for this team. On the pick and roll, he's so deadly, especially with Jrue Holiday. We'll talk about Jrue, don't worry. But, man, some of these dunks that Brook Lopez has was amazing. He caught a couple of lobs, and he was dunking like crazy in the first quarter and running the pick and roll very, very successfully with Jrue Holiday. As Jrue Holiday, another amazing game, 25 points, 13 assists, going 3 for 8 from the three-point land and 9 for 20 from the field. We saw this in, where do we see it? New Orleans with Anthony Davis when, Jrue Holiday did the same thing he's doing now with Brook Lopez. Whenever Whenever Jrue Holiday has somebody on his hip off the pick and roll, he has so many different options. He can throw the pass out to the corner three for wide open. He could throw a lob to Brook Lopez. There's so many options. He has that floater. He can shoot a mid-range. It's just so deadly, and that's what the Bucks were abusing today. Basically, Jrue Holiday and Brook Lopez pick and roll, and boom. That is all easy money. But now let's talk about Bobby the GOAT Portis. To start off the game, this man was everywhere, grabbing rebounds, hustling, and is becoming a fan favorite very, very quickly in Milwaukee. And it's crazy to say, just a couple of years ago, people thought he was going to be a sixth man for the Chicago Bulls. He's going to win the sixth man of the year for the Chicago Bulls, but this man has absolutely transformed his game in the playoffs. He had 22 points, 8 rebounds, scoring 9 for 20 from the field, and man, every time this man touches the ball, the crowd goes absolutely crazy, and they just get so hype. His defense is, very, very impressive. He had some nice steals, against defenders, against, people handling the ball, and man, Bobby Portis is my new official player for this playoffs. I'm rooting for him. He's aggressive to the paint. He's just a hustle player. He reminds me of Pat Bev, his defensive, the way he plays defense. He plays with intensity, and that's exactly what the Bucks needed tonight. Intense defense and offense, and playing with a sense of urgency. And again, this was a narrative that we all knew. When Chris Middleton doesn't show up, the Bucks lose. But guess what? Chris Middleton showed up today, and the Bucks won. Middleton had 26 points, 13 rebounds, 10 for 20 from the field, and this just shows how deadly this Bucks team really is. Jrue Holiday, 25 points. Bobby Portis, 22. Brook Lopez, 33. Chris Middleton, 26. Man, that's impressive stat lines from your starters. This team is so deadly, and imagine when Giannis comes back. It's going to be a completely different team. PJ Tucker didn't have too much good of a... I can't speak this recap. PJ Tucker did not have that good of a game. He only had 11 rebounds, 5 points. But again, you don't need much of him when Bobby Portis is putting up 22 points and Brook Lopez is going off for an insane amount of points. But let's talk about the Hawks. Bad pick and roll defense. Bad. Very bad pick and roll defense against Brook Lopez and Jrue Holiday. Poor effort rebounding wise. Just very poor effort. There were so many rebounds the Hawks could have got that just no boxing out. I hate to see this, man. Clint Capella, only 8 rebounds. Man, that's just so sad, disappointing. Bogdan Bogdanovic was on tonight. 28 points, 7 for 16 from the 3. He was the only hope tonight. Kevin Huerter couldn't shoot a 3 to save his life. Lou Williams wasn't impressive, although he did have 17 points. John Collins picked it up to end the game off. 19 points, and off the bench, Danilo Gallinari, 19 points. So impressive, but just no effort, man, no effort, and they were trailing the whole game, and the momentum was just shifted too much towards the Bucks at halftime. And to come out the third quarter, the Bucks kept their foot on the pedal. I'm sure Giannis was in the locker room, hounding the Bucks players to keep their foot on the pedal and just keep going. But yeah, man, that was a story of tonight. A very, very offensive-minded game for the Bucks, and bad defense and poor effort rebounding wise for the Hawks. The Bucks were very well in the paint. They had so much more paint points than the Bucks. And yeah, hopefully Giannis and Trae Young can get healthy for Game 6, because I don't want to see Game 6 without no Trae and no Giannis. That ain't fun at all, man. This game was kind of boring, to be honest. It was boring after the third. To start off the third quarter, I knew that the Bucks were gonna win, so it was just a very kind of boring game to watch, because I knew the story. Just no effort rebounding wise. Rebound is what got them killed. Man, if someone knows the rebounding numbers, comment that down in the comments section, and let's roast the Atlanta Hawks. But I still have the Hawks winning. Don't get me wrong. I still have the Hawks winning in 7 games. If Trae, that depends. If Trae Young comes back next game, Hawks in 7. If he doesn't, I'm gonna have to say Milwaukee in 6, man. The next game is going to be the ultimate closer. Hopefully Giannis can come back as well. But man, I don't want to keep you guys holding that long. Thank you guys for all the support shown on these recaps. Atlanta Hawks lose 112 to 123. Hold on, let's talk about Cam Reddish real quick. Cam Reddish, much more potential for him. He had a bad game tonight. He only had 4 points and 4 rebounds in 23 minutes. So not impressive from him, but I see the potential there. I see the potential from him and Onyeka Okongwu, 2 players who, when put in the right position and in the right minutes, they can be, quite a help to this team. As I saw potential from Onyeka Okongwu as well, getting a rebound putback dunk tonight. And yeah, I don't know why I wanted to say that. I just saw the box score and, just wanted to tell you guys that. But man, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, turn on the bell, and I don't want to keep you guys holding that long. I'm out. Peace.